Since 2017, the Italian Wine Podcast has exploded, recently hitting 6 million listens. Support us by buying a copy of Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0 or making a small donation. In return, we'll give you the chance to nominate a guest and even win lunch with Stevie Kim and Professor Attilio Scienza. Find out more at italianwinepodcast.com. Chin chin!
Welcome to this special Italian Wine Podcast broadcast. This episode is a recording off Clubhouse, the popular drop-in audio chat. This Clubhouse session was taken from the Wine Business Club and Italian Wine Club. Listen in as wine lovers and experts alike engage in some great conversation on a range of topics in wine. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinepodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. And remember to subscribe and rate our show wherever you tune in.
Hello, everybody. My name's Stevie Kim, and welcome to the Ambassadors Corner. This is indeed the Italian Wine Club. As you know, we interview our favorite Italian wine producers with one of our Italian wine ambassadors at large. And then we replace this session, this call, on Italian Wine Podcasts, wherever you get your pods. So thank you. Thank you all for coming back. And today, we have a special moderator today. Her name is Giulia Stocchetti. Ciao, Giulia.
Ciao, Stevie.
Okay, come va?
I'm really good, thank you. I'm excited for today.
Okay, excellent. So Giulia is a special moderator because she didn't really do the course with us. But let me tell you a little bit about Giulia. I met her actually through her father, who was working in used to own a winery nearby, and I met her actually in New York because she was doing a stage with Gino Colangelo. Actually, Gino popped by the office today. You met him, right?
Oh, yeah, it was so great.
When was the last time you saw him?
Oh, I guess like last year at Vinitaly maybe, but just for a couple minutes to say hi.
So, Giulia, tell us what you're doing now. Of course, I'm very jealous because she has her WSET Diploma, which I had started doing. But you were like the first one to get the diploma in this area, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It was like April 2021, and I was so excited when I got the news from...
Yeah, I remember. I saw your face on the local newspaper. I was like, wow, good for her. Brava, bravissima. And what are you doing now in terms of work?
Well, now I'm actually a freelancer, so I have different collaborations still in the wine world. And I'm happy to share with you this news that I'll be also working with you, Stevie, and your team. So
yeah, exactly, right? There you go. That's the special effect.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So that's the big news. Giulia will be joining our Italian Wine Academy, which is, of course, we are at WSET APP here in Verona, and she will be teaching levels 1, 2, and hopefully 3 very soon when she's fully acclimated as the educator for WSET. So here we go. Today you have chosen your favorite winemaker, wine producer, as Francesco Rizzo, who's actually in the booth with us today. So I'm going to give you the entire floor shortly. But why did you choose Francesco as your favorite wine producer?
So basically, Francesco is one of my favorite producers. First of all, because I really enjoy his wines and his company. I like him because he's a great man. He is really hospitable and with such a big heart. He's in love with his territory, that is basically Pantelleria, and he makes wines only from indigenous grape varieties, specifically from Zibibbo, also known as Muscato of Alexandria, and that literally drives me crazy as grape variety. Francesco, he's giving more and more value to his land and its vine growers, basically. And Pantelleria, I have to say, is my favorite place in the world. It's like a small continent, and it is closer to Africa than to Italy. And basically, there's one of the most incredible vineyards I've ever seen in my whole life, where basically you are walking on this pumice surface, and you can see Lake Venere, you can see the Mediterranean Sea, you have the mountains that shields this vineyard from weather hazards, Basically, it's like living in a postcard, and that's really cool.
Is he coming from Pantelleria today?
Today, actually, he's coming from Gavirate, near Varese, because he travels back and forth.
Oh, I see.
But
So okay. I was like, but now I understand why he has such a nice tan.
Okay. Exactly. He's traveling back and forth.
Since 10 days ago.
Okay, all right. So he's actually in the recording booth with us today. So listen, Giulia, I don't know if you know, but we're kind of geeky around here, and we are all about learning objectives. So what are our learning objectives from your call with Francesco today?
Well, first of all, as you might know, Pantelleria is a tiny, small island, and we are going to discover what it takes to be successful as a small winery on that small island. Then we'll learn about unexpected and unbelievable, unique Zibibo sparkling wines being made, and we'll hear about the climate changes faced in the region due to this climate change. We will also gain insight into the Pantelleria wine industry, where the key role basically is the human factor, because everything is basically handmade.
Okay, excellent. Listen, that sounds great. I am going to slide this mic over to Francesco now and leave you for this call, this session, and then maybe I'll be coming back towards the end of the show. Okay?
Sounds great.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Kim.
Thank you, Stevie. So, Francesco Rizzo, after years spent dealing with finance for an international company, decided to return to the windy island of Pantelleria, where his family used to live. Basically, his family owns a small vineyard in the countryside of Campobello, northeast of the island, and that's a vineyard with outcropping volcanic rocks, capers, and Zibibo vines. It is located 30 meters above the sea level and at around 300 meters from the seaside. And Francesco, with the help of the enologist Antonio Daietti. Oh my God, Antonio Daietti is such a great man, and just a couple words about him for who doesn't know his name. Antonio Daietti is an expert on the Pantelleria winemaking tradition. Until today, basically, he took care of more than 40 harvests on the island. Basically, Francesco with Antonio and 4 other friends founded the Vinisola company in 2010. Through the production on site and the distribution of products made of Zibibo grapes, this company contributes to the enhancement of the fruits of the island, as well as of the tradition in the enological field. So, Francesco, you're located on the beautiful island of Pantelleria, near Africa. You started Vinisola in 2010, and you told me that it all started as a dream to do something on and for your family territory. How did that dream grow into a winery, basically?
Thanks, Giulia, for the invitation. And I have to say that it's a pleasure to be here with everybody today. I'm not really from Pantelleria, but I have a big passion for it because my family, since more than 5 centuries, lived in this island, and my brother was born in this island. For labor decision, my father transferred in the north of Italy in the 50s, and so I was born north of Milan, near Varese and Gavirate. Nice place also there, but clearly Pantelleria remained in the heart. So this love to the island always remained. I was doing for a lot of years something different. I was finance director for a multinational company responsible for Southern Europe. In 2010, discussing with Antonio Daietti, winemaker, and some other friends, we were saying what we are going to do with our grapes. Because as Giulia said, they have also a small vineyard in the island. And so our passion brought us to decide immediately to rent our house and decide to do everything on the island. The production of wine completely on the island. We bought everything. We are really small, but we started with a warehouse of around 100 square meters, so nothing, but we had everything. And we started with 3 products, a passito, the famous passito di Pantelleria, a white dry wine, and a fortified one. In the last year, so we discontinued because for a small winery is not economic to produce a fortified wine.
And maybe you didn't have enough grapes, I guess.
Also for that, because if you do fortified wine, you have to do quantities, and we are not a winery for quantities. Our aim is to give quality and to maintain the tradition of agriculture in Pantelleria, of vinification in Pantelleria, and think to the future also, bringing back some production that were discontinued in the last years. So it was a matter of passion at the end. The passion was higher than our madness, because we said with the Antonio Daietti, with a winemaker, we are really crazy. Starting 2010, a new winery. But as said, passion was higher than madness. And the name of the company, Vinisola, is representing the 2 passions that we have, because Vinisola is vin from wine and isola from island. So Vinisola, I vini dell'isola di Pantelleria.
Wow, really nice. Thank you, Francesco. So I'm so curious about your small vineyard located in the town of Campobello, because basically you own this small piece of land, of precious land I would say, but you source most of the grapes from vine growers around the island. I will say indigenous grapes from indigenous people. What is like working with them? Because to me, it sounds like you're a big family working together, giving value to your territory.
Yes, you are right. We are quite a family. Normally, we have always fun at the end of every harvest. We go and have lunch together for hours and hours, discussing what can be the future of the agriculture in Pantelleria. Yes, I have a small vineyards nearby the sea, and we have the winemaker has his vineyards, but we decide to collect also from other producers, other wine growers, because we think that they have in their hands the tradition. Because in Pantelleria there is no written of what is the agricultural practice of the Alberello Pantesco. The people knows, the farmer knows. The good thing is we have also some young guys that have a passion to continue these traditions, because otherwise everything will be lost, because there is nothing written, really.
Yeah, sounds about right, because I remember when I was harvesting with you a couple weeks ago, and I was doing it with people from the island, from vine growers from the area, and they were basically teaching me everything, and they were pointing out that there's no written tradition. It's all oral, and everything is passed from one generation to another. Yeah. And a thing that is really nice is that basically more and more young people are going back to the land and trying to make the best out of its products.
It's important. We hope that they will continue, because clearly it's not easy.
Yeah.
You saw how it is. Nothing is mechanical. You cannot go with any mechanical stuff to help you in the
exactly.
In the
You're
harvest.
like heroes working in the heroic viticulture of Pantelleria.
Yes.
But so your most prestigious wine is called Amare, right?
Yes.
And it's named after the small plot you have in Campobello. So can you please tell me why you always talk about this Campobello piece of land as something so special to you? And what makes the Zibibo from here so unique and so precious?
Yes.
Except that it's yours.
Yes. Yeah, I would say because it's mine. In Pantelleria, they always say in the past, having a vineyard nearby the sea has always been a fortune, because They are the best vineyards because they take a lot of sun, but they are nearby the sea, so they take a lot of humidity, the salty that is coming from with the wind coming from the sea. So it's in particular condition. On top, my vineyards in Campobello has volcanic rocks between the grapes and together with capers. So there is a mixture of things that help bringing the best of the best. Because the best is Zibibo, and the Zibibo in Campobello is the best of the best. So a land near the sea, a mare, so near the mare, near mare, vicino al mare, and we called a special wine a mare.
So how do you make this wine?
Yes, it's another crazy thing, because we said, okay, the first harvest completely in our winery was 2011. We decided to take aside the grapes from these vineyards, take with continuous bétonnage on the lees for 5 years. We bottled in 2016.
Oh, wow.
It was really unbelievable. Because
and the wine was in stainless steel tanks?
Only stainless steel.
Oh, okay, nice.
So, because the grape of the Zibibo are very particular, they have everything. They have tannic nella buccia,
on the skins.
On the skins, and they are sweety. There is nothing to add at the end. They don't need anything. And okay, we decided to take there, and it's coming a wine that is quite a fortified wine, because it's quite 16 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Zero sugar, even if the grapes are very sweety. And somebody says, but this is the dry passito. So it can be used at the end during a discussion with friends or with blue cheeses.
So basically it sounds like an elegant, powerful, and unique wine.
Yes. It has a great alcoholic content, as we said, a very aromatic bouquet, a great sapidity, due to the condition in which the vine grows, as we said in that particular vineyards. It's elegant yellow color, very very powerful, very strong yellow color, and it's a great wine for me to enjoy in company.
Nice. And I guess it's there's a small production, it's like a limited edition you're making, right?
Yes, you're right. This vineyard is very small. For the first harvest 2011, we produced 1,000 less than 1,100 bottles. Mm-hmm. We sold them in a wooden box, single bottle. Normally is used for gift during Christmas or Easter or in some occasion opportunities. We do not produce it every year. We produce when the grapes are really unbelievable. So till now we produce the 2011, mm-hmm. as said, bottled in 2016. I have to say it has been a great result, because as a joke, quite as a joke, we sent to the Canter World Wine Awards, and it took 96 point gold medal.
That's amazing.
Yes, yeah, we were really surprised, but positively surprised. We were proud of what we did.
So you're right to be proud of your small piece of land.
And the second vintage that we did was 2015. This has been bottled in 2021. And okay, it took four grapes from Bibenda of the Fondazione Italiana Sommelier.
Nice. And how long do you think it can last in the bottle?
Okay, I think we are still have great fun drinking the 2011. So it's already 13 years, 12 years. I think that taking the right way, it can stay for very, very long, more than 20 or 30 years.
But you know what? I want to see if I'm able to keep a bottle in my cellar, because every time you take me some wine, I'm like, oh my God, I should store it to try it like in a couple years, in 5 years. So
the problem is the quantity, because 2011 is quite finished.
Oh God.
2015 We had only produced 500 bottles.
Oh, wow.
But we started last year to sell practically. And the next vintage will be 2022, but will be bottled not before 2026-27, so we have to wait.
Oh, but I have to pre-order it.
1.2 thousand bottles. There were more quantities in 2022, but we will have to wait at least 3-4 years.
Okay, but please remember to keep one bottle for us at least, please.
We'll take aside.
So we share it at the office. Okay, but one thing I would really love you to talk about is the unique viticultural system of the area. Because can you please tell us what is the training system that you use and why is it impossible to mechanize it? Because basically the only machine you use is the motocoltivatore, rototiller.
Yes, rototiller or the motor hoe, so the moto zappa, as we say in Pantelleria, moto zappa. Yes, because there is no place to have machines inside the vineyards. The particular way of the traditional practice does not permit to mechanize, because, let's say, the traditional practice in Pantelleria to cultivate the low bash vines has been considered by UNESCO a system of sustainable methods under harsh climatic conditions. We can connect also with the fact of the climate change, because this practice helps to reduce the risk of diseases on the plant and so on. But clearly, as you can imagine, having plants in a hole and to maintain the hole and so on, without any mechanization is not so economic. So there is a positive thing to sustain the agriculture behind the climate change, but clearly or reducing quantities or spending a lot. At the end, if we go back to the agricultural practice, what it means, there are several phases. The ground is prepared, leveling the soil, digging a hollow, and then plant the vine into the hollow. Normally, also today somebody is not doing exactly as it was in the past, but the hollow has to contain the grapes. Normally the grapes should be inside the hollow, because they don't have the wind, they are quite covered from the sun, the hot sun of summer, and normally the
insects and
so on are not going down the hole. They are going on the level of the ground. So it's a way to protect also from insects.
Wine to Wine Business Forum. Everything you need to get ahead in the world of wine. Supersize your business network. Share business ideas with the biggest voices in the industry. Join us in Verona on November 13 to 14, 2023. Tickets available now at winetowine.net.
So pruning and canopy management are fundamental.
Yes, absolutely. The pruning helps to maintain the plant very low. So go radial, normally 6 branches, more or less. And so there is the creation of a microclimate that helps to maintain at best the grape. Even if we are in the Mediterranean area, we know has always been very tough in terms of hot weather, and now with the climate change, also strong winds and so on.
So you point out the fact of the climate change. So this year was a very difficult vintage throughout Italy. And how is this climate change affecting Pantelleria?
It's affecting Pantelleria in a way that there are more extreme events, because hot there was always hot. Wind, there was a wind. We know Pantelleria is a windy island. But now we are really extreme. Over the last years, there were also some tornado that arrived in the land, created strong winds, very, very strong, that create a lot of problems to the land, to the people also, because 2 years ago there were 2 people that died.
Oh God!
Yes, for a tornado, just around 200 meters from my house.
Oh my God! What a disaster!
Yes. And I was there. Yes,
you were there.
Yes, I took the cue of the tornado.
No way!
Yes. It was unbelievable. Okay,
terrible experience, I guess.
But I have not understood anything, because I saw black. Water arriving from left, from right, from above, everywhere. Water entering in the house from everywhere. In my damuso, from everywhere.
Oh God!
And I was fortunate, because it was at the end of the harvest, we were going to eat. That is important for us.
It's fundamental.
It's fundamental. We were going to eat, and so I went to my damuso, to my house. It's not properly damuso. Part is an old damuso.
But let's tell other people what a damuso is. Maybe they don't know. It's the Pantelleria's house, right? Basically.
Pantelleria house. And I understood that there was something different, because strong wind and rain that arrived from everywhere. So I closed everything, and I was lucky, because if the wind entered the house, it destroyed everything. There was a house 200 meters from mine that was completely opened by the wind.
Oh God!
And the cars projected on the sky, and the guy died into that car.
Oh my God.
Well, it was not easy.
But it's the first time that something like this happens in Pantelleria, because I know that usually those tornadoes are like in the water, in the sea, exactly, normally, not on the mainland.
Yes, it was the first time that entered in the first, probably the second, but of this dimension was the first time that arrived in the land.
Thank God you're still here, because I really love your wines. Otherwise I should have talked to Anton.
Oh, no, okay.
Just kidding.
I was a little bit. No, I was.
But how is Zibibo grape coping with this climate change? Is that the plant doing good? Is the Zibibo adapting to this climate change, or it's tough?
The Zibibo is considered already a very resistant grape. So normally he is very resistant. Then the way in which it is produced in Pantelleria, the agricultural practice of the Alberello Pantesco help to have already quality something grapes. That is a quality that is a grape that is very resistant by itself, and also for how it is cultivated. So it can be a way that can be used in other places of Italy, but clearly, as I said before, probably is not an economic way to cultivate the grapes.
Okay, so thanks for that. But let's talk about your 5 PDO wines, Pantelleria PDO wines, and from the autochthonous grape variety Zibibo. How old are the vines that you use to make the wines? And do you see Vinisola buying more vineyards in the future? And especially, is there any other grape variety that you'd like to grow?
Yeah,
I know, a bunch of questions.
On average, our vines are more than 60, 70 years.
Oh, wow.
We have some vines that I have around about a century.
Oh, wow.
Also in my vineyards, there are couples that are really, really old, and I think well before the Second World War. What we thought is that it was better to maintain the vineyards with who is following them, so with the farmers.
Okay.
It's for that at the moment Venezuela is not buying land. It's working like a family. It's taking a relationship, and we work with who has our same passion for the island and for the grapes of the Zibibo and so on. Clearly, in Pantelleria, we have another idea. We did already something, but with Perricone.
Oh, interesting.
Perricone is now also in Sicily. They are trying to revitalize it, and they are doing very good jobs also. In Pantelleria, Perricone is called Nero Nostrale. That means our red wine, our red grape. And before the Zibibo, there were big vineyards of Perricone. They disappeared.
And why? What happened?
Because mainly the Zibibo has substituted the Perricone, because in the 50s, 60s, they found that the Zibibo was more economic for the people, because they have free outputs, the fresh fruit, the resins, and then, for the vinification, for wines. And they were not for the Perricone, There was probably two of them.
So you made a wine with Perricone?
We tried the one. We tried the third sparkling in Pantelleria with Perricone. That was a sparkling rosé. We call him Sicilian rosé because it was a deep pink color, so Sicilian, not a French rosé. It was well structured. It was 85% done with Perricone and 50% with Zibibo. That gave a little bit of aromaticity to this wine. It was well accepted by whom tested it. The problem is that after 2020, we were no more able to find grapes.
Oh.
We were planting, and also our winemaker planted some cuttings, but the year after was really too hot, and they died completely.
Oh, so sorry.
So over the last 2 years, we had practically no grape, not enough grape to do a vinification. Mm-hmm. So at the end, we sold the light.
And what was the name of your rose? I'm curious.
The name was Votaiferia. What is Votaiferia? Because the Zibibo, that practically substituted the Perricone, that means, killed him, is looking at the past, is taking the Perricone, and together they firiano, that means they dance, they go around together, so looking at the future. So by the union of the two grapes that were in Pantelleria, we wanted to look mainly to the future.
That's beautiful.
Clearly, we will come back. I think that definitely we will try again something with Perricone.
And I'm sure you'll do great. Because, usually when people think about Pantelleria, they're all like on dessert wines, sweet wines, passito. But actually, it's not the only wine style you make on the island, right? I mean, you're the only one that makes sparkling wines here, owning 3 autoclave, and your production takes place entirely on the island.
Yes, Giulia, it's our policy. When we started, we said we have to do everything on the island. So we started in 2011 with 3 products, as said. Then we discontinued the fortified. In 2013, with a winemaker, we said, in the past, in Pantelleria, a spumante was done. Also a good spumante. It was a sweet one, mainly a sweet one. That was the Solimano. And we said, why don't try to bring back the sparkling wines in Pantelleria? Nobody was done it. Somebody was still doing some Pantelleria sparkling, some Pantelleria spumante, but the second vinification was done outside the island, or in Sicily, or in the north of Italy, mainly in Oltrepo Pavese or near Asti. So what we said, we are really crazy. We just started and we decided in 2013 to buy 2 autoclavi, 25 hectoliters, and we started with a spumante that is a demi-sec and that is called Shalai. Clearly, just a moment, from the 100 square meters of rented warehouse, we said we need another part, and now we are 200, so we doubled the small warehouse, the small winery that we have. Shalai is a sparkling demi-sec, as said, normally is between 35-40 grams per liter in terms of sugars, 11 degrees of alcohol. And why Shalai? Because we really, Shalai means in dialect, Pantesco, Sicilian, or normally also in the south of Italy, a great pleasure from inside, from the depth. And that was the great pleasure that we had, one, bringing back the production of sparkling in Pantelleria, and second, having this grape of Zibibbo in the mouth, drinking the first sip of the new Shalai.
You must be proud.
Yes, we are really happy for this. Clearly, we produce only 3,000 bottles per year. It's nice, it's appreciated.
So can you tell us something about maybe the aromas and flavors, just to let them imagine what they're missing and what they need to try?
But clearly, the base of the Zibibbo, the aromaticity of the Zibibbo is everywhere, in every kind of wines that came from Zibibbo, clearly. So there is the Zibibbo fragrances, but also Mediterranean fruit, the citrus, white peach, sage. So, and is very nice and has different way of pairing. Because, for instance, it's very good with shrimps, with raw fish, with oysters. Clearly, with dessert, with cakes, especially Sicilian cakes, is wonderful. But for instance, as an aperitif, has been in Piemonte, we pair it with ham, stagionated ham, 48 years from what it was from. It was a famous kind of ham.
Sounds like a gentleman on the table. It gets along with different dishes, with different flavors, and it's quite interesting.
Yes. We said the farmers did in the past, for home utilization, only for the family, a sparkling dry wine. Was done with the other kind of grapes that they took around the vineyards. Clearly, it came as sparkling because it was an error in the production. It means they leave some sugar at the end, so it fermented again, so it broke some sparkling. But we say, okay, there was some sparkling on the table of the Pantelleria people. And so we said, okay, we bought the third autoclave because we needed another one. And we started with a mano libera, that is a sparkling Zibibbo, the unique Zibibbo sparkling dry existing in the world. And it's very fresh, it's very spring is a spring wine, and the name.
Oh yeah, I was wondering who came up with the names. I mean, Shalai, a mano libera. What was the idea?
The name came at the end from my son, but in this case, it's quite a joke that myself and the winemaker said, because we were deciding what we do, how many sugar grams, what is the acidity that we want to arrive, how to be. And but I said to the winemaker, Antonio, it's now 8 o'clock. I'm hungry. Let's go to eat. Now you have free hand. You are tu hai mano libera. You have free hand. And so from that, he came out with an unbelievable wine that in this moment is the first selling wine of Vinisola.
Wow.
Yes. And we have to say that, okay, we are in 10 restaurants in Shanghai with a mano libera.
That sounds great.
Very small things, but...
so basically...
the perlage is very delicate, is not so aggressive, but in any case it's persistent, so it remains for long. And is mainly for aperitif, but clearly with all the Mediterranean dishes is wonderful.
But I was wondering, what's the target market for these wines? You said Shanghai, okay. China then?
Okay, let's say we are so small because we said 3,000 bottles for Shanghai. Now we arrive this year to 12,000 bottles for Mano Libera.
Oh, that's
yes.
great.
The last 2 years, October, we had to close the sales because we had no wine. Clearly, the target is who is loving really good wines, especially aromatic in this case. But clearly, our target is mainly Sicily in this moment in Italy, even if we are some other club in Milan, we are present not everywhere. So, and abroad, we have, for the sparkling, we have in this moment China, because we started November last year. I have to say also thanks to Micro Mega Wines here in Italy and to the help of Jan and Jan Dagat and these people in China.
Nice. Sounds great. Thank you. And I was wondering, once Zibibo was basically a table grape and it was sold as dried grapes to enjoy on the table, but I mean, why people started making wines out of Zibibo? Okay,
Zibibo was always used to make wine. Was not the first output in the past. Because I remember, for instance, from the famous vineyard Amare, we made only in the 60s and the 70s table grape. I remember at 6 o'clock they came, they prepared the gabbiette, they call us, the boxes, and immediately they brought to the harbor to go to Palermo and then to Rome, mainly where Sicily and Rome were the major markets for the Zibibo grapes. Then it was the resins, so from which also Zibibo, because the name Zibibo in Arab language means uva secca, that was used in the mainly to maintain it and to use during the winter, and it was used also to mix with the mast, and the first passito started to happen. And then there was a wine. The first two disappeared at the end because Uva Zibibo for grape as a table fruit was substituted mainly by Uva Italia.
Okay.
The raisins were substituted mainly by the raisins from Greece and Turkey that had no seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And so it remains only for vinification. For this is Zibibo now is Zibibo Passito, Zibibo wine. Was not this way in the past. But clearly, the fact that two outputs disappeared help also what is happening by Telleria, because now in the hectares of vineyards are round about a little bit more than 400. They were more than 5,000 hectares in the 60s, 70s. So, Telleria was all a vineyard practically in the past. Wow. Now is, and we started also because we wanted to try to continue tradition and to maintain what is, to avoid that is still disappearing.
That's beautiful. Well, I know that your son, Alessandro, is taking on more and more work for the winery. So what are your dreams for Alessandro in the future? Does he want to expand? Do you argue with him, or do you let him do his own thing? Because I know it wasn't easy when you started in 2010, so Vinisola is like your baby, it's like a piece of your heart. Yeah. So how's with your son?
Let's say we have sometimes big discussions over the future, what to do, what not to do. Clearly, at the moment, for him, it's mainly a passion. But he's helping a lot because all the labels has been done by him.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Sometimes with the help of some of his friends, because he's an architect, and so he has a connection with a lot of other people. And he's helping a lot for the socials, because I'm completely ignorant on that.
Well, sounds like Vinisola, it's all about passion and family.
Yes, is a passion. As we said also, we have family, and we want to have in this family who is passionate for the island. And we want to also, we said, where we want to go. We want to continue to contribute to make people knowing Pantelleria. Knowing Pantelleria, knowing the people, and so contribute to maintain what is it.
So keep the tradition alive.
Keep the tradition alive.
I must say that people who work on that island do that really because they have a big passion for the place, because it's not really easy to take care of the vines, of the olive trees you have, all the cultivation you're making. So thanks for keeping on doing this and keeping the tradition alive.
At the end, my son followed from the beginning and follow sidelines, everything we were doing, helping us, say, for labels, for social, for the website. He did the website.
I saw it, and you have also an amazing e-shop now, so people can actually purchase your wines.
Yes, it's still underway.
Okay.
And we were 2 weeks ago. I called my son. I said, "Okay, there was some money coming on our bank account. I don't know who is this that is paying." It can be that the e-commerce. I said, "Yes, but it's still in test. Should not be." And it was somebody that was already putting in order.
Oh, nice.
So we have already done two, but it's still under review. We are completing it. I think that it will complete online from next month and the next month or November, yes.
So right before Christmas.
Yes.
So if you don't know what to put under the Christmas tree, make sure to have a bottle of Vinisola. That's always something that makes people happy.
Just already, if somebody wants, call right to info at Vinisola. Point it, we send everything everywhere. No, till now to Italy and to Europe.
Well, nice. Well, but I also remember that the whole island of Pantelleria is a Parco Nazionale, right?
Right.
And as you said, the agricultural practices are part of the UNESCO heritage. So that's also something that makes your wines, unique. And of course, that adds value to the wines you're making, right? But talking about value and awards, your Passito Arbaria received super high scores from Decanter, being awarded the Platinum Medal. And it's also prized from other important wine guides like Bibenda and 5 Stars Wine. Actually, both vintages, 2015 and 2016, got 92 points right from 5 Stars Wine. And respectively was like during Vinitaly 2018 and 2019, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I guess this kind of recognition help you out, spreading the Vinisola word and selling more wines.
Yes, everything is helping. Thinking about Parco Nazionale, the UNESCO, that said that the agricultural practice of Pantelleria was World Heritage, help. But what is helping is if they will be able to connect people. Because one of the things that is still lacking a little bit in Pantelleria is working together. We have to improve. I'm not in the right. I said also myself, I have to improve on that. But everybody has to try to improve, stay more together, because we are a small community, and we have to leverage what we have. Parco Nazionale is a big opportunity also to bring money and to help the agriculture in the island. They are still doing something. Next month there will be a big a meeting speaking about climate change, what to do in the island of the Mediterranean. So everything is helping. But clearly, in my opinion, for us, also the prize that we receive, the awards that we receive, are always helping. But clearly, in this moment, I think that the most important thing is the relationship. And this relationship with our people in the vineyards, in the winery, and the relationship with our people outside, both suppliers and the clients. So there's a lot of work in terms of relationship for us.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then I have to say that last year, you are speaking about the awards of Arbaria. Last year we received for the second year in a row the 5 grapes from Bibenda. So also in Bibenda 2024, we will have our Arbaria as 5 grapes awarded by the Fondazione Italiana Sommelier.
Bravo. Super congrats. I want to have a bottle of that.
Thanks to the winemaker, thanks to the people working in the winery, thanks to the farmers.
Yeah, of course. And, well, I know also that Ian D'Agata is a big fan of Vinisola. And thanks to participating in Vinitaly Verona in the Micro Mega Wines area and in some master classes held by him, you're getting more and more visibility. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely yes. So we participated to Vinitaly for 2-3 years when we started. When we said, okay, it's a good opportunity, but it's too expensive for a so small company. And we had some help from the Sicily region, thanks to them, but it was not enough for a really small winery. So we decided we don't go anymore. Then we were called to participate to Micro Mega Wines, and we said, well, this can be an opportunity for a really small winery, a special grape produced in a small island, and so on. And so we accepted to come back to Verona Fiere, to Vinitaly, and participate to Micro Mega Wine. And the first year, I have to say, I didn't met. We share only mails with Jan about the preparation for the first Micro Mega Wines that should have happened in 2020, then arrived in 2022 for the COVID issues. And he really appreciated. Mainly it was Zefiro, so the dry one, and Shalai, the spumante. And so we remain in contact. We participated also to the second event of Micro Mega Wine last year, and I have to say that the master class that Jan took with our wines had a lot of positive feedback, and we receive a lot of people coming to our stand after his master classes. Was really unbelievable, a big help for us.
Sounds great. Thanks, Francesco.
Okay, it's we're almost near the end, so we're going to close up the room. But Francesco, I was kind of busy, so I wasn't really listening to you. Is there anything you've missed that you'd like to say before we close up the room?
In this moment, no. Unless
how was the harvest? Did you guys talk about the harvest?
It was a really tough harvest.
Yeah.
Because we had strong wind in May from east, and so we destroyed the buds of that land that were on the east side of the island. Then in June, there was a lot of rain, but it was not positive because it was too much. Create a lot of humidity.
So do you have downy mildew, Terroir?
Yes.
Even in the island with so much air and so much sun?
Yes, but it was too much. It was really the rain of June. Normally in Pantelleria, they say if it's raining in June, the harvest will be with low production. Then on top, in July, it was really hot, but for a long time. And so this burned the grapes before they reach the real maturity. So at the end, we estimate to have a minus 40% of...
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Did you guys talk about this at all during the interview? No.
No.
We just talked about the climate change.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But it's in line with Sicily, more or less. I spoke with some friends in Marsala and so on. They said to me,
that's terrible. That's tragic. Yes. Less than 40%. Jeez.
I have to say, some of the farmers will bring to us their grapes. This year brought 0.
Oh my goodness.
And somebody else, because they were in particular side more protected and so on, maintained their production, so they compensated.
Okay, all right. So have you already finished the harvest, or it's still going?
For us, it's finished.
Right.
Quite. I heard that more or less quite all the companies has finished or are finishing this period. Yes, because normally we start just after mid-August. We have ended the 11th of September.
Oh, I see.
So the other are ending now, the biggest one, let's say.
Right. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. I understand Peronospora, which is in Italian, it's downy mildew. It has afflicted great part of Italy, some parts more than others, and it sounds like in Pantelleria, it was kind of a disaster. So hopefully you will still be able to make some good wine with the fewer grapes.
We are deciding now what to do, because really we have to review probably a mix of production between our wines. We have doubts to produce Passito this year.
Right, of course.
And that takes a lot of quantity of grapes to produce it. And but okay, at the end we think that what will come will be good. Will be good.
Listen, so how can people get in touch with you? Like, you have an Instagram. Well, first of all, what is the website? It's Vinisola.it.
Yes.
Okay, so there's information about that there. And then what about Instagram?
Instagram, we have Vinisola
underscore
Vinisola _ winery.
Okay.
And we have Facebook Vinisola Winery.
Okay, great. All right, that's fantastic. So check it out, Vinisola. And that is it. Signing off. Alla prossima. Ciao ragazzi.
Listen to the Italian Wine Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Himalaya FM, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinePodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. Until next time, cin cin.